Okay, so that's what I'm sort of hoping it's going to look like. One of the nuances of living in Wales is the weather, as David will probably attest in his video when he produces that. He was down, David from Vandemonium was down last weekend. He had his first night. Oop, let me just get this plastic sheeting out of the way. He had his first night in his camper van on the Gar, and I think he had a wonderful time, but the weather wasn't fantastic. Today, bright blue sunny skies, no wind, no rain. It is still extraordinarily cold, and sanding above your head is it's not a hobby that I'd recommend to anybody, in all honesty, but it's got to be done. We're getting there gradually. I've got a feeling this is going to take all day, if not more, because I've got to pop off and have Sunday lunch with my father about 1:30, and then by the time I come back I'll maybe have an hour or so, and then it's going to be dark again. So we'll just crack on for a while here now, a little bit further. But I think I've mentioned this in a million videos. If you're going a million videos, I haven't done a million videos, but in most of the videos I seem to always mention the fact that what great fun this is. And yes, you know, sanding above your head is hard work, but it's so enjoyable when you work in an office all week and all you're dreaming of is retirement. It's a fantastic release, if you like, from the norm. So getting a sander in your hand and getting on with it is a great thing to do. What I would say, the lessons I've learned from the sealing is get the stain right before you do it, and also do the whole sealing all in one go. We stopped and had a coffee, and then that shows with some of the lines going across the ceiling, which they'll come back with sanding, but that's it's just probably work I could have avoided. But there you go, it's all a learning experience, it's all good. Just a little bit disappointed that the weather was bad for David last weekend. And so the gas work has been started. Okay, box in and solid, and I don't know if you can see down there, there's a dropout vent already been fitted in through the floor. The box itself is attached to the floor and also to the sides, and then the gas works. Let me just get in here. Okay, so that's coming out of the gas box now into a manifold. One is going to the combi boiler, the trimmer combi boiler, and then the one that's running down the side there, I don't know whether you can see, it's just coming across the back there. You can't make it out between the white wires and the white gas pipe, and then it's been tucked up underneath there ready. That's going to go to the cooker.
Well, good morning. I've just popped into Swansea to go to the market. David was down from David from Vandemonium and Cruising the Cut came down last weekend, and I bought him some lava bread, but unfortunately I forgot to give it to him. I had to eat it all myself. I can't send lava bread per se up in the post, that would be ridiculous, but I'll get him some tinned lava bread this morning. I'm going to pop it in the post so that he doesn't miss out. I don't think he was that disappointed that I'd forgotten. because it doesn't look appetizing, but it is absolutely fantastic. So we're going to send him up some of that today.
So that's lava bread and cockles. The lava bread, as I said, doesn't look particularly nice, but it tastes like heaven. Okay, so I've been to the market this morning and I've posted the lava bread to David, and now I'm supposed to be doing a little bit on the plumbing and doing a bit of sanding on the ceiling of the van. But it's really cold, so I made myself a cup of coffee and watching a little bit of YouTube on the telly, I've got to say, which is much more appealing than sanding at the moment. But I am going to crack on in a minute. I've got to get on with it, so it's one of those jobs. What I'm going to do with the ceiling, it's such hard work. I don't know if you've, well, probably have, sanded above your head with a sanding machine. It's really hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit at a time, and then get on with another job, then do a bit more on the ceiling, then do another job, and try and do it that way, and then gradually the ceiling will get done. The only thing is I've got to get the ceiling done so that Bronnie can put the first coat of paint onto the second groove, and we've got to do that before we start building the furniture. Just get the first coat, that's all, so that we've got at least one covering, and we'll see how that goes. But after the sanding, she did say she's going to go and sprinkle in the van because there is dust everywhere, I've got to say. So it needs a good hoover, a good washout first before she does anything. And that's the next jobs. I have got to finish with a bit with the plumbing. Oh, doesn't that look nice? Love a little bit of the Morgans in the morning.
So you don't feel at all.
So gonna get. Oh, I might watch another couple of videos and then I'm going to crack on with the van.
It's looking like a bit of a grey and drizzly day.
Just remembered before I go out into the cold to do all this sanding and plumbing and bits and bobs. I've got some of these stickers to give away free of charge. So if you do happen to want a sticker, just send me a private message with your address and I'll pop it in the post. Nothing to pay, they are totally free, but I've only got a few to do. I think I've got about 20, so if anybody wants them, let me know and they'll be in the post next week. Okay, so this is where we are with the plumbing. So that's coming out of the combi boiler, the hot and the cold. The hot's going to go around there to be distributed to the shower and to the kitchen, and then this black wire here, this is going to be, I got this end here, look, which is going to fit up onto this tube up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some boiling hot water and just have the tube in there. It's freezing out here, this pipe is solid, so I'm going to have a thing of hot water and get that a little bit more malleable, and then of course I've got this Jubilee clip here already on there to bring around to tighten up, and then from the other end, I don't know if you can see just about there, that's the water in, so that's going to come out of there and go down through the floor and into the water tank. But I'll be using the same technique with hot water to make the pipe a little bit more malleable. These are actually in red, I don't know why, but they are, and as I said, there's going to be a tap that end, I think. I'm not too sure yet. We'll have to wait and see on that one, but I've got one just in case I need it. So I've got the end of that pipe into some hot water, just to soften the edge of it, because that worked wonders when I did the other side. If we look underneath, that's now connected, and I don't know if you can see down there, but it's going down through the hole in the floor, and that's where it's going to go and meet the tank. I'm going to go and do that next, but I thought I'd just get this one fitted first and see where we go with that. I'm going to get the hot one as well fitted whilst I'm in that frame of mind. So back to my Heath Robinson
contraptions that I do with my plumbing. This is, here is the hot water coming in, and then it's going off to the shower, and then off through this tube down here to the other side of the van to the kitchen. Then the cold water is going to come in here from better put my glasses on before I say that. Where's it going to come from? Just beyond that little yellow tap there. It's going to come across here and into the cold water, and then that's going to go to the shower and off to the kitchen too. And that's it so far. It really does, if you're ever thinking of doing this, put in the pipe into some warm water for a short while, not very long, but in for a short while. Put in the tube onto the onto the whatever that thing's called, the blue things here. Much easier. I've also bought this, which is a bit like a screwdriver, but it's specifically for tightening up Jubilee clips, and what a marvel that has been. Next job is under the van now to put the black pipe, which is the cold water feed, onto the tank. Whilst I'm under there, I also want to cable tie that up, and I also want to take some silver spray paint to give another coat to around the edges of where I drilled that hole through, and drill the hole through for the gas dropout on the gas locker. So I'll do that at the same time. So far I seem to be doing a fairly good job of avoiding sanding this roof. I know it's going to be done, but I've managed to avoid it so far. When I was in town earlier, I popped into Valley Mill, which is a slate shop, to get Bronnie a little something. She's at work all day today, so I got a little thing for the van, little slate heart with a Shevanigans logo on it. Don't quite know how they do it. So gas battle's in and installed, all the plumbing's in now, and it's all attached except for obviously the ends need to go onto the taps in the shower room and then into the kitchen. And it's now getting dark and it's very cold, and Bronnie is home and suggested we go out for dinner, so who am I to argue? So that's me got away with the sanding again today, but it can't be avoided, it's got to be done.